The recycled paper is paper that is reconstituted into paper again. Paper is one of the greatest causes of deforestation. Recycled paper is made from paper scrap that can no longer be used for its intended purpose, so it reprocessed into paper again. We will need a frame, sheets of or notebook or newspaper, 2 buckets, scissors, a blender, some water, towels and old clothes, and a sponge. And this is my little assistant. Sorry if he appears in any take. Let's start cutting the paper into small pieces with scissors or by hand. When you're done, go and fill the bucket a little higher than the height of the paper with water. In my case, I use 2 liters of water. Let the paper soak all night. At the next morning, all moistened chunks should be ready for the next step. Let's put a handful of soaked paper inside the blender. Add plenty of water. There should be more water in the blender than paper. Then liquefy the paper for about 5 minutes. The pieces of paper must be well dissolved so that the final result is optimal. And don't forget to take it easy and blend little by little, because you can damage the blender. It took me about 30 minutes to liquefy all the moistened paper, and now its consistency should be like this, something lumpy. Fill the bucket with the same water and add the liquefied pulp. If you want a different color paper, you can add some vegetable coloring. Now I go to the outside to continue the process. With all the materials ready, we sink the frame into the bucket and uh, we sink the frame into the bucket, and with a slow and continuous movement from the back to front, we move the frame without stopping until we bring into the surface. After that, we lay our newly formed sheet of paper on top of the old clothes. Remove the excess water by pressing or using a sponge. Finally, we will lift the frame carefully and the sheet remains adhered to the fabric. And repeat until all the contact is over. This can be a bit difficult at first, but then it's a piece of cake. All the sheets of paper are ready to disassemble. It is time to cover them with towels and other fabrics to dry the excess. After putting weight on this, in my case I put books. This will also help the sheets of recycled paper stay with the texture of the fabrics. Then uncover it and take them the pressure off, so they keep drying. The day was very sunny, so after almost 4 hours, most of them were already dry. But if it was a cloudy day, I would surely have to leave them outside for a whole day. Admire the handmade recycled page ready to be used. You can see up close that there is a slight texture from the mesh on one side and a smooth texture from the cloth on the other. You can also see small specks of color from the previous life. This is what makes every page truly unique, and that is how you can make your own recycled paper. And remember, little things like this generate big change for us, for the environment, and for the future.